EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. This is fielded at the goal line. And an alley to run.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is going to be Packer football.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 13. Check 13. Check 30. Flip again.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And able to find Alan Lazard. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
You got 58.
To throw is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got Lewis. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Topper! Topper! Check 37. Watch the safety creep. 26. Five.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he He's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
58! 50's a month, 50's a month. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch it out, live. Lucky.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. It's caught inside the 25. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 21. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Seahawks 14-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held them to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And
got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab as his guys are here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 71, and all he takes off with it, it's a fake. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
I got you.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Inside. Hey, wahoo!
Working from the gun. Rodgers rolling to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson escaping the pressure. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. from the 38. Wilson flushed out right. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly, 26 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
It's going to be a long day. Live.
On first down, Rodgers looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Ready?
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He read nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 23 yards the pickup there. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
You got 3 down. Mike's 50. Hey, keep it up. 36. Watch out. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, check. Mike 50. Coming in.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Wilson eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
14, Seahawks 13.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, it's Jones. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And Graham's got it. Complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
This offensive line flat. Cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Wilson. Flush to his right. And oh, look at that. A diving catch.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, hey. Two times. Get it all. Hey. 19.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down again. Montravius Adams, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Throwing is Wilson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by a... And oh, it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Now it's Carson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Wilson. That is incomplete. C.J. Procise was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 82 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On first down, it's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Now Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Tremont Williams there to break that one up.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. They'll run on first down. Carson, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Now it's Wilson. Room here to run. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 6 yards away. As his guys are back within a single score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
To throw is Wilson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because They weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Hey, zoom.
On 2nd and inches, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's been a long day for you. Rush in.
Here's Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Switch. Hey, take 26. Protein spill. Watch the ship. Back.
Rodgers now throwing again. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Packers on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Foxtrot. Cali, don't left Cali. Hot. Zoom. Joker. We are going.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ezekiel Ansah picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to...
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A 2nd down carry for Procise. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes. Might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Open here is Allison. That's complete. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Single receiver. Hey, over.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Cat 300. Hey, Delta. Mike 50. Inside. Here we go. Watch the pass.
He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here. Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.